Hey guys, Byzer here, and it's time to find out what's cooking on this episode we got for you. So it is Sunday, which means it is the time of the week for ourselves to have another MPL battle for the Major Pokemon League. This is game number 3 of the season, and we're ready and pumped after last week's divisional loss. We definitely need to win this week, so hopefully we can go ahead and get that. Now, for some of you guys that are familiar with my battles, you may be looking at the screen right now here going like, hey Byzer, what the heck's going on? This doesn't look like a live battle, and you are correct. This is not a live battle, unfortunately. So in order to ensure that this battle is uploaded on Sunday and on time, by the way with my opponent, we just couldn't kind of get a time frame where I would be able to live record it. So basically what I did, I was saying, alright, you know what, let's just go ahead and battle, and I'm going to have to post-commentate that, so I'm sorry if you guys don't like the post-commentate, but I wanted to make sure that this was up on time. I'm sure you guys wouldn't like it to be late. I'm sure you don't like that even more than me having to post-commentate. So we're going to get through this and let's see how it works. Hopefully it's not too shabby. So please sear that like button, to make and give us that good old notoriety and notification for the Major Pokemon League. We got to support this league. We're going strong. We're game 3 in here. We got 13 more games to go, and then it's playoff time. So let's go ahead and get started. So we are going off and facing against our buddy Fame, aka Good Guy Ghastly, as you can see in his description. So of course, as usual, his link to his channel will be on his description, on my description down below. So go ahead and click that link, go to his channel, subscribe, go ahead and check out his side of the battle, because he actually was able to live record it, so you'll be able to check out his reactions in real time as they were happening during this battle, and there should be some good ones. So you can see down below or on the right side of the screen, however you want to view it to where I'm talking right now, you can see our starting lineup for today. We have Clamps or Scissor, we got Fui the Rotom. So Scissor, this is the same exact Scissor set that we've been running the past two games. We got the Life Orb Scissor. This Fui this time is instead a Modest Choice Scarf. And I actually did quite a bit of extensive work on Ghastly's team over here to make sure that my Pokemon were able to outspeed. I actually have 2 Scarfers. My Gallade and my Rotom are both Scarfed. So I needed to try and make sure that they were able to outspeed them. So I actually EV'd them enough to be able to outspeed the Weavile. They outspeed all of his Pokemon in his team without a Choice Scarf. And then I was able to outspeed an Adamant Choice Scarf Sock, which I was kind of anticipating him bringing. As you can see right there, he is bringing the Sock. I actually really built my team to handle the Scissor, the Swampert, and the Sock. So we were able to get that down. We have Phantoms. Like I said, I wanted to make sure I was able to handle that Swampert, so we had to bring Phantom this time with the Assault Vest. It's got the same moveset that we had last game 1. We have Diancie. I know I'm bringing Diancie, and pretty much my strategy for how Diancie's work is I send it out, set up the Stealth Rocks, and fodder it off. But we're going to see if we can maybe pull off a little bit and actually have Diancie do some work in this battle. And then this spot right now I flip-flopped from this spot. Originally, I was going to bring my Selgor just because it had the speed, and I was going to Choice Specs it. And then at the last second, I decided to bring Florges, because if you look at this team, if I had brought in a Selgor, that means I have 3 Pokemon that are weak to flying, and I was actually really expecting him to bring his Crobat, and so I Choice Banded Brave Birding Crobat would completely sweep half of my team. So I'm like, yeah, you know what, that's not going to work. Even though, granted, if Florges probably couldn't take the Choice Banded Brave Bird anyway, plus the Cross Poison, so I don't know. Florges had more things overall on the team, so I decided to bring it. And then we have our second Choice Scarfer, our Gallade. So let's go ahead and hit the play button and see this battle is going to go. So I had predicted him to lead off with his Swampert to set up the rock, so I was predicting to be a defensive Swampert, and so I decided to lead off with Phantom, the Roserade, to just hard counter that. And as you can see, he predicted me to possibly lead with the Roserade, and completely shut me down. So I'm like, I gotta get the heck out of there. So I had to do a hard switch right into Diancie as he sets up the Tailwind, and I'm like, oh, Tailwind. And so now here is where I do a little derpy moment, which is why I prefer live recording, because I think I might have maybe caught this when I did this, but I stupidly decided to go for the Stealth Rocks on Azatu, which has the Magic Bounce. So I smartingly, bounced those Stealth Rocks back onto my side of the team. So I guess, Shady had that good idea with the stupid freaking sticky note that says Magic Bounce on his forehead, because apparently I need to realize that too. So Azatu's going to go for the U-turn to get out of here. And I was talking with Fame after this, and he apparently misclicked, and he went into his Kieran Black, because clearly why would you go into Kieran Black against my Diancie? Because both of my stabs are super effective against you. So I go for the Diamond Storm. which takes a huge chunk out of this big black. And that's unfortunate, but in the end, you'll see if this misclick mattered or not. And there was also a time where he gets where it kind of evens up as well as I kind of make a mistake, or even you've already seen me make a mistake. So now he switches into a scissor, which was his original switch that he probably wanted to do with the U-turn. So as I go for another Diamond Storm, which is going to do like really nothing to the scissor. I actually did more than I thought. That actually does way more than that. As a tailwind peters out, which is good. So I predict a bullet punch here. I switch into my Fui to eat up that bullet punch because it's 4 times resisted, and he does in fact go for the bullet punch. But I forgot that I also had the that I set up rocks on myself, so I got 25% damage on there. As he has got the Mega Scissor because that is his Mega he drafted. I didn't bring Mega T-Tar this time because again he had too many Pokemon that can just beat the crap out of him. So Mega T-Tar had to take it down, and we were able to withdraw. He goes for the bullet punch. He just straight up hard switches. As he goes from the Mudkips, this is where I misclicked, as I actually figured he was going to go into his Swampert, and actually wanted to click the HP Grass, and actually accidentally hit the Volt Switch, so that didn't work, and then because I'm choiced, I needed the Hard Switch, so great. So I Hard Switch out into my Scissor to hopefully get to take whatever this wants to do, and I've got the special move on here, as he actually switches out again, pulls the Double Switch, goes into a Xatu, which actually isn't that great for him, as he's going to go for the T-Wave on my Scissor, which doesn't really matter because he's paralyzed basically 2 of my slowest Pokemon, so I really don't care. And I'm able to get the Defog off. Magic Bounce, which I actually didn't know did this, bounces back the Defog, but it doesn't matter because Defog takes off the rocks on both sides of the field, so the rocks are gone, which I'm happy about that. And then he sets up the Tailwind, I don't know, predicting me to switch out or something, predicting that he was going to live a hit, but I have the knockoff, and that's the super effective knockoff, and that's not living as a dead Xatu. So his Magic Bounce is finally gone, so I don't have to deal with that in this. So I can take the sticky note off my forehead, and I'm going to be able to hopefully maybe get up rocks later on. He's going to set up Bert the Sock, and I was like, what is this thing going to do? What is this thing going to do? Oh, that's what it's going to do. It's going to Fire Punch me to death. Bye-bye, Clamps. You were nice knowing ya. You were nice knowing ya. So that happened, and so I decided to send. I see the Life Orb, so I know that he is not Scarfed. So I go ahead and send out in the Diancie, and I predicted him to switch. I went for the Stealth Rock because he goes for the Poison Jab, and because I am fully max defense, I eat that up. I eat that up for days, and he must have forgotten that Rock actually resisted Poison, so it was only a neutral hit. And so now I thought for sure that he was going to switch here. So I actually I thought for sure he was going to switch into Scissor, so he can Bullet Punch, and since I couldn't really hit Scissor, and I go into my Fui. Nope, that's not going to work, and he actually goes for the Earthquake, and because Sock's got the Mold Breaker, Fui goes bye-bye. And that was a hard blow, because I was a Choice Scarfer, but luckily I got them 2 Choice Scarfs, and that, I was just like, oh, well, that's fantastic. And so the Tailwind peters out, thankfully, so the Xatu can't put that up because it's dead. And we send out Phantom, as I go for the Dazzling Gleam, just to get some damage off, as he switches into the Scissor to take that Dazzling Gleam, and he actually does not take it as well as I thought he would. So because I was doing damage counts on things, and that Scissor would actually take hits more than I thought, so he must have had some investment in the speed or something instead of HP. I go for the HP Fire. Like I said, I planned for this stuff, so I know Roserade can't hit a Scissor unless it has HP Fire. So I go for the HP Fire, take out his Mega, so that's great. We got Phantom on the brain, we got full HP. He's ready to go as he sends in 2 into Pink, the Weavile, and I'm like, crap. Well, this ain't gonna work, is it? Roserade gets one-shotted by this Weavile every time of the week. So I switch out and I go into my Diancie to take whatever the heck this Weavile wants to do, because I can take whatever it is for days. It's going to go for the Icicle Crash, and you will see how well a max defense Diancie is going to eat up this Icicle Crash Life Orb from the Scissor. Pretty good. He eats that up. It's nice and tasty. We're going to get the Leftovers recovery, and now with the team that he's got left, anything's going to take a pretty good hit from this Diancie. So I just go for the Moonblast as he goes into this Mudkips. That was basically the only switch that he had to do, but I decided to stay in and just go for the Moonblast to get some damage on this Mudkip, because I know that this was a defensive Mudkip, and I needed to get some damage off of it in case I couldn't kill it with, I don't know, my Roserade. I still had that, so I could easily have I was thinking about for my Rotom, but Rotom's dead, isn't it? He goes for the Earthquake, and you can see how fat this Diancie is. That's a stab Earthquake, super effective. I'm able to eat that up and get another Moonblast off. Luckily, this was a very good match. There was not hacks in this match to determine this match at all. I didn't get para hacks. There was no unnecessary crits or no necessary crits, anything like that. So it was very good. I like that. You guys know that I like that. So that was great. It was great on our side. So we were able to do that, and I'm just like, you know what, Diancie, you've put in the work. You're gonna have to fall to us right now. But Diancie actually put in work in this battle, so I didn't just go in there to set up the stealth rocks and fodder her off. So that's nice. Beautiful little Diancie actually put in some work, so that's good. Very good. And then I switch into my Florigist right now, Saria the Florigist, and of course, come on, it's a fairy that loves forests. What else am I going to name this other than Saria? I go for the Moonblast as the Moonblast would be enough to take out the Swampert, and everything else on his team is super effectively damaged by the Moonblast. So really no choice. He goes into Bert, and now here's where I kind of mess up. What I should have actually done was switch into my Roserade here to take this Poison Jab. I wasn't sure if he was going to go for it. He might go for the Fire Punch, predicting me to go into the Roserade, but you know, I should have switched into the Roserade because I would have been able to take the Poison Jab, and I would have still had Florigist, and then I would have been able to outspeed to go for the Dazzling Gleam and take out Bert this turn. But I don't know if that really matters. We'll find out right now. If we go for the Dazzling Gleam, we're able to kill out the Sock. Now I remember he has his Kieran Black in the back, and I was thinking this entire time that this thing is scarfed. His Kieran Black could be scarfed, and if it is, I lose, because the only thing I have in the back is my Scarf Glade. So I know that this Weavile is no problem, because I'm going to let Phantom go down here for the the Icicle Crash, and Phantom's going to go down here, and I got my Glade in the back, so I know I can easily take out this Weavile. My Choice Scarf Glade. Unfortunately, I didn't know what to do. I had no choice but to go for the close combat. There was really a debate in my mind when I was setting up this team on whether or not to have Fire Punch on this thing. But I had to go for the close combat, which was bad for my thought process because I was thinking that the Kieran Black might be scarfed, and if it is scarfed, it's obviously going to lower my defenses. And his Kieran Black is usually special, so I can take a special hit, but with the -1 special defense, I don't know. But as you can see, that in the end, I'm waiting to determine who's going to win. And he is not scarfed. Satham is able to outspeed. I get the close combat off to finish the Kieran Black, and we were able to take down Big Black and get the victory, which is lovely. So we were able to get the win there and move our record on up to 2-1. So that was a very good battle. Thank you very much, Ghastly. I had a lot of fun. There was definitely some nice some mind games going on there on what was going to happen. We made some great plays, especially with that Earthquake on the Sock. That came out of nowhere when I switched in my Rotom Heats, and that was unfortunate on my part. We had misclicks on both of our sides, but again, both the misclicks turned out that it didn't really matter. Because, you know, his Kieran Black really, he didn't send it out any other time. So it wasn't scarfed. It was really nothing it could do to the team. So even though it took that damage from the Diamond Storm, it really didn't matter in the end because Gallade was able to sweep it out because he wasn't going to live a close combat. So that was good. Now, you guys might be thinking in this battle, where's Kurumu or Bae? You know, she's put in so much work, able to get them 8 kills. She's actually leading the MVP race right now. I don't know, actually, after this battle, we'll check it out afterwards. You can check that link in the MPL to see if she's still winning. But she's got 8 kills. You know, after last week's 4 Brave Birding attacks, got them damage off, and that quick attack that brought her down. You know, she injured her wing a little bit. We had to put some ice on that, get her rested. I had to put her on the injured reserve list for this week. You know, let her relax, get her ready for next week. She's coming back next week, don't you worry. And she'll be doing some damage. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please steer that like button. Let's get some support for the MPL. And of course, go to Ghastly's channel to go check out his side of the battle and his videos, because he's a great battle. He's got good commentary and lots of good stuff. Again, I'm sorry if you guys don't like to post commentary, but I didn't really have a choice. I wanted to make sure that this battle was up and ready to go for the time that it was supposed to be. And that's all we got to you, so I guess I will see you guys later.